Hey folks, I'm recording another Path of Exile video, showing kind of an intermediary phase with my new Chieftain character. Let's go hop in the map. I'm gonna run a primordial blocks. I can technically run red maps, not a problem. But I want to farm a bunch of primordial blocks, and my character is very low level, so this should give good experience. I've just got a few scarabs in here. Sulfite mostly to stock up on delve juice. So we'll hop into the map real quick. Um, I was wanting to play with Chieftain, since that is a new ascendancy, or at least has significantly changed. And I've always wanted to play with a shield slam character, or shield crush character. So I decided I would put two together and make a shield crush physical to elemental chieftain, or physical to fire chieftain. So that is a tanky lad. Oh, it was a soul eater. No wonder. That one's also a soul eater. Ugh. Soul eater is literally the worst. So, well, it makes me seem like I am a Z DPS character, which, to be fair, I'm not a high DPS character. That is the worst. It's Shikari touched and Soul Eater. Lord. Do I have any Val charges? Okay. Ancestral Chieftain, do your work. My goodness. This is the most annoying thing ever. Yeah, so, like, I guess that... Wow. I dropped a bunch of crap. Okay. Let's continue on. For the most part, like, packs go like that, where, you know, you kill one and eventually it'll explode because I've got the Hinakora's talent. And as a result, like, it doesn't feel super bad to map with this, because you charge straight into a pack and explode it. But that little guy that we just fought was horrible. So I'm dropping my ancestral war chief totems periodically. I've got Val ancestral war chief. So I basically save those up, you know, to help me burn through some of the tanky things. Like, this dude has got, you know, fire resistant, so I'm converting all of my physical damage, all damage period, to fire damage. So I've got Avatar of Fire, which means I can't do anything other than fire damage. But in theory, scaling both attack damage and scaling physical damage and fire damage beefs me up. So we'll talk about what I am wearing for gear. I didn't have a build to follow with this one, so, you know, I kind of looked at a bunch of shield crush builds. I looked at the various fire builds. Because shield crush is absolutely a thing, and fire conversion shield crush is absolutely a thing, but it's less of a thing with Chieftain. You know, a lot of times, you know, Slayer is, you know, one of those things. I think there's a shield crush champion build too, so where'd you go? Yeah, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's not bad, and, you know, it's super tanky. So it does not feel bad to play. Probably skip the blight until later. Mostly because it just takes time, and this is already going to take plenty of time. Just because I'm not blowing up entire screens at once. The Hinakora's thing is really cool. It's just I wish there were a way to scale its likelihood because every time you kill anything, there's a 5% chance it blows up with Hinakora's whatever. And those are the big pops that you're seeing that like cover most of a screen, um, based on the health of the thing that I just killed. And those are cool. I just wish there were more of a way to like, get its proc chance much higher so that basically every time I killed something, it blew up like that. Um, there are when you have a big enough pack, it's pretty much certain that one of them's going to blow up. I wish it were like lucky or you could get it to be lucky. There are tattoos this league that give a chance for things to blow up, but like I don't think it stacks with the Hinakora's ability. Um, so there's not much I can do. Temporal shield sucks. I'm gonna pop a Val dude and help thump him down. Yeah, like my Val Ancestral War Chief is basically just like a burn phase. Whenever I need it. Oh, these are tanky. I mean, it's kind of a fun build. It is by far not, the fastest thing. Like, I've got much faster builds. Also, this is not cheap. I think I've put around 7 div into this stupid build. And we'll see why whenever I talk about the gear. Like, I could get away with much cheaper options, but okay. Okay. Before we do metamorphs, let's talk about the build. So really Emperor's Vigilance is the key to me dealing damage. I have no socketed minion gems, but this just happened to be like the cheapest Emperor's Vigilance that had decent armor on it. So Shield Crush as an ability scales based on the armor and evasion on your shield. So you want as beefy a shield as you can get, just to generate more damage. I'm also running Replica Dream Feather, which converts my armor to attack power. So that is also based on stacking armor to some extent. I am running originally, like, one of the builds that I was looking at was running an Ashes. I don't want to afford an Ashes, but thankfully Shield Crush, Replica Dragon's Fangs were really pretty cheap. This one was even fairly cheap considering it came with Charisma anointed on it. I'm guessing somebody had built something and then was selling off the pieces. But yeah, I was fine with Charisma because I can get the other node on the left side of the tree without much issue. Um, I didn't know what to do with the chess piece. Like, I could have done a rare, but I decided to pick up a brass dome just because I really like the crit immunity that comes with brass dome. Also, this one was really cheap because it's a 6 link but I needed 6 red sockets, which is not a common color arrangement that people use, one for brass domes. But this one also has a 6% reduced fire damage taken corrupt on it. So that seemed pretty good. Um, Gauntlet, or the gloves and the boots, are mostly just to get stats that I need plus resists. Um, Circle of Anguish is, a synthesized unique, but it has a ton of fire resistance and also some good fire damage. Because I'm always going to be running Herald of Ash. Um, Immortal Flesh is mostly just to get some regen. The helmet, again, I was just trying to get some resists on it. But and then for flasks, Cinder or Urn, mostly give me some onslaught, but also it interacts with ignited enemies. So I'm igniting a lot of enemies. Wise Oak is mostly because I am stacking one single resist. So it plays nicely with that. Lion's Roar, it can knock stuff back, which is kind of cool. I don't know if I'm going to keep this on here, though. And then, of course, just a speed flask. So the build, it is kind of a synthesis of some Chieftain builds that I've seen and some Shield Crush builds that I've seen. I don't have my 4th lab yet, which I need to pick up. And I'm going to go for Ramiko's Sun's Light, which is the, if you're stationary, minus 20% resist. Mostly because when you're doing Shield Crush, you're kind of stationary. Let's see. Well, there's nothing terribly interesting about the build. There's still more pieces. Like I have this jewel socket replaced with something decent only because I had a Clarity, Vitality, Watcher's Eye in here while I was leveling, which made leveling really nice. See, I'm running a Cluster Jewel with Calamitous, Martial Prowess, and Veteran Defender on it. And then this one I've not yet put any points in, but it's going to give me some buffing of my Warcry. Eventually I'm going to come up here and get Breath of Flames. Yeah, that's basically the build. Like I need more levels because I'm only 78 currently. I just threw this together in the last week. For defenses, I have 290% fire resistance. And that gives me overcapped fire res of 90%. And because I'm a chieftain, that's also applying to all my other resistances. Chaos resistance is only 39%, so that's a problem, but it'll be fine. Armor, we're good. We're running around at 90% most of the time. So that's pretty sweet. Other than that is my build. Like, I will probably record another one of these at some point as I fine tune this and get some more levels on it. I think it will probably do pretty good in Delve. So I may do some Delve on it. This might be an alternate to my Righteous Fire Juggernaut. Because we're pretty tanky. The worst part about the build is my low health, because I've only got 3,000 hit points. I had to do precision as an arrogance, so I'm having to take some of it off my health. Other than that, like, I'm running Purity of Fire, Determination, Tempest Shield, Herald of Ash, and Precision. Between my I've got a talent that basically makes me immune to ignites. I've got Tempest Shield taking care of shocks, and then my Pantheon is taking care of freeze, so I'm pretty good there. Otherwise, I think that's it. Like, it's kind of fun. Like, I would probably play it again. I just mostly wanted to see what these builds felt like. Um, I've never played Shield Crush other than randomly while leveling, and I've never played a Chieftain. And I was wanting to play with the stack a bunch of fire res and it takes care of your other elemental resists. So anyway, that's where we're at. I hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye.